Jannik Sinner rejects accusations. In the tennis world, there have been many critical voices about the remuneration players received at the Six Kings Slam, but Jannik Sinner, the champion in Riyadh who pocketed €6 million, has rejected the accusation of being a money player. The tennis season is nearing its end with the Masters 1000 in Paris-Bercy, which will conclude the list of events in this category before the ATP Finals in Turin and the Davis Cup Final in Malaga. However, before arriving in Paris, the top players experienced a new event that debuted in 2024, introducing a new reality to tennis, the Six Kings Slam in Riyadh, which awarded the biggest prize ever in a tennis tournament to Sinner, who triumphed in the Saudi capital. The mere fact that the world's #1 player received €6 million just for winning the first edition of this exhibition has raised eyebrows. For instance, Grand Slam champion Andy Roddick complained that Sinner, after only 3 matches, earned 25% of what he made throughout his entire career. Sinner stands firm in his reasons. Despite these accusations, the Italian from San Candido did not hold back, sending a message to Roddick and all critics. Sinner made it clear that he doesn't play for money. Sure, $6 million is a big cash prize, but I went to Riyadh because probably the 6 best players in the world were there, and you can measure yourself against them. He admits that it was a beautiful event, his first time in Riyadh, and he doesn't hide his desire to return. Coming back as a winner was more like, okay, I played the matches correctly, and hopefully, this can improve me as a player for the future. While he doesn't play for money, his win in the Gulf capital is almost half of what he's earned in all of 2024, a year full of triumphs. He has accumulated over $12 million, yet he's not concerned, as his life is about much more than what he earns playing tennis. Of course, money is important, but not that much. I live a good life even without that money. Health, family, and being surrounded by the right people are far more important. Money is just a bonus. Sinner's view on the new coaching rule: I don't think things will change much. Sinner arrived in Paris to compete in the last Masters of the year, a final commitment before the ATP Finals. He spoke to the media about his enthusiasm and the new coaching rule set for 2025. The world's top player is now at the ATP Rolex Paris Masters 2024. Jannik Sinner returns to the French capital for the last event before the ATP Finals and Davis Cup. The Italian will aim to perform well in a tournament where, due to the conditions, he typically struggles a bit more. However, a good season could help him reach his peak as he gears up for Turin. Sinner spoke with the media before his second-round debut, where he could face Ben Shelton or a qualifier. He also shared his thoughts on the new rule approved for on-court coaching, which will allow coaches to advise players during matches starting next year, and on his mental state heading into this last part of the year. Excited to do well in Paris this year. It's been a long season, but when you reach the end, anything can happen. Some players are fresher, and others are more tired. But personally, I'm happy to be back here. This has been a tournament where I haven't found my best tennis so far. We'll see what I can do this year. Hopefully, it'll be a good one, but it will also be very tough. On the approval of on-court coaching starting in 2025. I don't think things will change significantly. Even now, some coaches occasionally give advice. I think in this sport, you're alone as a player on the court, trying to figure out and understand the situation for yourself. You already have certain connections with the coach, so you understand what they're talking about and what they suggest, so I don't think it'll change much. We didn't see a big change when coaches weren't allowed because you look at the coach, you understand them over the years, and you get what's coming. On the difficulty of the draw and his first opponent, possibly Shelton. It's a very tough draw, especially here on these courts. There are big servers who are challenging to play against. So yes, it's complicated, but we'll take it day by day. Anything can happen. Sometimes the draw opens up, you never know what might occur. I'm preparing as best as I can for my first round match. It'll be challenging if it's against Ben. I'm looking forward to it, focused on myself, and hoping I can raise my level compared to the last 2 years when I struggled a bit on this court. How fresh he feels before the ATP Finals and Davis Cup. We made some very good decisions throughout the year, trying to be ready for the season's end. I'm also fortunate not to have played too many tournaments and to have gone deep in them, which has worked well for me. My level seems good. These questions will be answered later on the court, but speaking about my mental state in general, it's good. I'm happy to be here, and Turin will be the year-end highlight. One of my goals since the beginning of the year was to qualify, so we'll see. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. At Tennis Zone, we are dedicated to bringing you the best information for the best audience, sharing in-depth analysis, exclusive interviews, and complete coverage of everything related to the world of tennis. Join our community and be part of the excitement of the tournaments with us. At Tennis Zone, we strive to offer you updated, quality content on players, tournaments, strategies, and the most relevant events in the global tennis scene.